In the lively town of Relationshipville, two famous personalities reigned supreme in the art of relationships, Sister Private and Madam Public. Both were thriving in their chosen fields, though they operated in dramatically different styles. Sister Private was known for her discretion. She prided herself on managing 6 boyfriends simultaneously, each carefully selected for their unique contributions to her life. Mr. Foodie was her go-to for 5-star dinners and late-night sushi cravings. Mr. Techie ensured her phone always had the latest software, and her Wi-Fi never failed. Mr. Muscle was the designated heavy lifter, gym buddy, and unofficial bodyguard. Mr. Romantic wrote her poetry, bought her flowers, and kept her feeling special. Mr. Chauffeur handled all her transportation needs, from quick errands to road trips. Mr. Wallet was her financial backbone, paying bills when none of the others could. "I'm just a modern woman with standards," Sister Private would often say, brushing her hair off her shoulder with an air of superiority. She liked to think of herself as a high-value asset in the relationship market. On the other side of town was Madam Public, the no-nonsense, tell-it-like-it-is queen of transparency. Unlike Sister Private, Madam Public didn't juggle. Her business was simple, one client at a time, upfront payments, no emotional attachments. She even had a slogan, "Open for business, no hidden fees." Sister Private often mocked Madam Public, calling her unrefined and too open. "At least I have standards," Sister Private would say to her circle of admirers. "She's out there advertising like it's a fire sale." One fateful afternoon, the two women crossed paths at a trendy café in the heart of Relationshipville. Sister Private was seated with Mr. Foodie, savoring a 3-course meal while he flipped through the wine list. Madam Public walked in, ordered her usual lat, and caught sight of Sister Private at her table. With a smirk, Madam Public walked over. "Well, if it isn't Sister Private," she said, loud enough to turn a few heads. "How's business these days?" Sister Private blinked, caught off guard by the directness. "I don't know what you mean," she said, feigning innocence. "Oh, come on," Madam Public continued with a sly grin. "You've been throwing shade my way, calling me a public enterprise and all that. But let's be real. You're just running a private sector operation with multiple investors." Sister Private flushed. "Excuse me, I have standards." You just what?" Madam Public interrupted, leaning in. "You're out here with 6 boyfriends, each of them funding a different department of your life. Foodie pays for your meals, Techie fixes your gadgets, Muscle lifts your groceries, Romantic keeps your ego in check, Chauffeur drives you around, and Wallet picks up the extra bills. Sister, you're running a whole conglomerate." The cafe erupted into laughter. Even Mr. Foodie couldn't hide his grin as he looked at Sister Private, suddenly questioning his role in this arrangement. Sister Private, flustered, tried to defend herself. I'm not like you. I don't advertise." Madam Public laughed, patting Sister Private on the shoulder. "Sister, the only difference between us is I've got a fixed rate and no pretense. You're just a subscription service with 6 different plans." Realizing she was outmatched, Sister Private sat back in her chair and took a long sip of water, avoiding the amused stares from the other patrons. Madam Public, satisfied with her victory, picked up her lat and walked away with a wink. From that day on, the two women developed a mutual respect. Sister Private stopped mocking Madam Public, and Madam Public occasionally offered Sister Private tips on streamlining her business operations. After all, Relationshipville was big enough for both the public and private sectors. The moral of the story: before you mock someone else's hustle, make sure your own spreadsheets are balanced. The end. Thank you for watching our picture story. Follow, like and subscribe to get next update.